is going to be where we take deep dives into all aspects of cryptocurrency, world events, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I'm going to have fun with this show. I look forward to doing many more broadcasts on it. Well, I've been seeing a lot of interesting things going on, and one of the things in particular that I love to pay attention to, and I've been paying attention to it from the beginning, is good old BRICS. BRICS has been very interesting. I've been watching it from the start, and I understand the concept of it because pretty much American imperialism is the problem. Uh, this is not just this is a Western imperialistic viewpoint because Europe and America kind of both play hand in hand in this whole thing. But this thing goes way deeper than what people actually think it is. And it's interesting because I'm just sitting back and I'm just watching the dynamics of it. And when I look at the why, that's what I do. I break it down. And when I look at this whole BRICS situation, I was just reading an article where it looks like they are working on a currency for the BRICS partners and the BRICS members. Well, I found something very interesting because if you notice, in the European Union, they have already launched or pretty much have their central bank digital currency, CBDC. They have that already in place. Now, this is why this is a very important broadcast, what I'm getting ready to say, because people need to understand that not all crypto is good. So let me explain that. Because a CBDC does reside on blockchain, but a CBDC is not decentralized, it is centralized. So America tried to experiment with this whole particular thing during the Biden administration, and they were working on looking into central bank digital currency, and it led to a lot of states just rejecting it. That's one of the reasons why I love living in Florida, because Florida rejected the central bank digital currency. We will not use a CBDC in the state of Florida. And there were many other states that joined suit on that, so that killed that whole thing in the water. Well, the reason why we rejected it is this, and this is something that others need to kind of probably look at as well. A central bank digital currency is giving is centralized control. That's completely opposite of decentralization. You are also in a central bank digital currency. They actually control every aspect of that currency, which means that not only can they censor you, I mean, like freeze it, they can actually have so much control over central bank digital currency that they can control what you spend it on. They can control how much you spend. They can be like, well, you spent enough already this week. You've bought enough meat. We don't. You need to go and buy some of that fake meat over there. Or it could be a product that is they want pushed, and this is what you. They might do something like that. Who knows what can happen? I hit the mute button by mistake. But anyway, a central bank digital currency is not good, folks. Not good at all. And I noticed something very, very, very peculiar when I was reading that article. It showed that the BRICS nations are actually, it's a CBDC that they are actually kind of testing. So now, if a CBDC is what the BRICS nations are waiting on, well, let me just tell you, any of those countries that have a central bank digital currency is not a country that I'm going to ever live in. I can tell you that, because that is the ultimate control. Once you are under that, you are under the grip. And this kind of goes into what some people were predicting years ago, that we're going to pretty much have two systems. You're going to have a centralized system and you're going to have a decentralized system. I am starting to see this unfold. The European Union, they're going to be under the centralized system. It looks like over here in America, we are on the decentralized system, because we're looking to at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is completely decentralized. It has all of the cryptographic security parts of it. It also is a extremely, and I do mean extremely, and I keep putting emphasis on extreme when I say this, you have 100% control over your Bitcoin, because nobody can force you to sell it. Nobody can force you to give it to them. You are 100% in control of that. Nobody can tell you what to spend it on, any of that. As long as you have that 12-word passphrase, you're good. You're good. That's why dictators don't like Bitcoin. Anybody that's adopting Bitcoin, they are for sure can't be trying to be a dictator. Central bank digital currency, on the other hand, is a dictator's dream. And once again, it was tried over here and it failed. Now, I'm not getting into all the politics of things, and this is where people have to go, and that you got to start looking at what are they doing. They tell you this, but what are they doing? That's what you have to go off of, because no politician is perfect, but I do look at what they support and what they are doing. And so when I saw that we were going to be going to Bitcoin, that was what Trump was wanting to go to, was Bitcoin. Well, that made me on board with Trump, because Bitcoin is freedom, folks. I don't care anything about, hell, if Kamala Harris said that she was all in for Bitcoin and she wanted to give everybody Bitcoin, and she was really going to do it, and I can see that she was staunch, serious about it, and Trump was against it and he was wanting the opposite of that, I'd have been going for Kamala Harris. I go for whoever is about freedom, not about, I guess you want to say, putting the chains back on you. Because that's what it is, folks. It's putting the chains on you. But I love some of the stuff I'm seeing going around in Africa. Oh, man, this is refreshing. And this is probably a controversial thing. But once again, a lot of things are propaganda, people. Even here in America, we have our own propaganda. I mean, they might make out someone to be looking like they're some kind of a dictator or something like that. But I know to look and find out for my own self. Give you a perfect example of this, and some of you already know about this. Gaddafi. Over here, they made him appear to be like this mad dictator and was so bad for Libya. Libya has went to shit ever since he has left, because he took care of Libya. And the real reason is because he wanted to mess with the money, and that's the reason why he's gone. But like I said, we're not going to get into all of that. That's a little bit deeper than what we probably can discuss on here. So we're not going to do that, because I'm not sure how free the airways have become. But I am for sure all about freedom. And that's what I promote, freedom. I am not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I am an independent. I am an independent thinker. I am a free thinker. And I am not a conservative. And I am not a liberal. I am a libertarian. That's what you would call me. I don't want government in my way. Just get out of my way. And I want as little bit of it as possible. That's if you are about that, that's what I'm about. So, and around the globe, like I said, this reason why I have this, I'm starting to do this, is because I see things. I've been seeing things, but I used to do a lot more on like Facebook and stuff like years ago, but that was back when Facebook was wide open back then. But now, well, maybe it's a little better now, but you saw all the stuff that was happening when people were getting censored and shut down and all of this other kind of stuff. You're hearing people saying, oh, well, it's a private company. They can do whatever they want to do. Yeah, they can do it, but they're operating in a public setting. So therefore, I mean, freedom of speech. Here in America, we do have that anyway. But going back to what I'm talking about here, folks, this is all about control versus freedom. And I'm hoping that article is wrong, and that it's not a central bank digital currency that BRICS is coming up with, because that is just going to be the opposite of what people think they're going to be getting. It's not good. Europe, brace yourselves, because you already have it. So right now, they're not going to sit over there and tell you that, yes, we're going to be able to control everything about you with your money. They're not going to tell you that. I'll give you a prime example here in America, when we didn't used to have income tax, but I study history. When they rolled it out, it was all about doing it for the rich people, right? Oh yeah, we're only going to tax the rich. That's it. Just tax the rich. What happens? They get that money and they get a little taste of it. Now they want more. So guess what they do? Oh yeah, we're gonna expend this, and we're only gonna tax the upper middle class. Okay, the upper middle class. So everybody else like, okay, well, it ain't affecting me then, so I'm good. And then guess what? Now they're gonna tax the middle class. And then now we're gonna tax everybody. We're just gonna tax everybody now. That's how it starts, folks. It starts out with the oh yeah, we're not gonna do that. Because there will be somebody out there that will say, like, well, what happens when you decide you want to start taxing everybody? Oh, we're not doing that. It's only for the rich. Only for the rich. It'll start out that way. And then they gradually put it on you. That's what happens. And that is what's going to happen with this. So prepare yourselves and make sure that you read the fine print. Make sure you understand what it is that you are getting. Make sure you understand what a CBDC is. And you see, it's real easy to confuse people and to do these kind of things when we are getting ready to transition to a new system. You see, that's what's really going on here, folks. We're going to a new system. The old system is dead. It's done. This old debt-based system is done. It cannot be sustained anymore. And this was already predicted. I've been waiting on it for a few years now. But this was coming, folks. It just depends on which way we were gonna go. Were we gonna go with the as I said, the centralized new system or the decentralized new system? We're gonna have actually both. It's gonna be a centralized and a decentralized. And right now is the time, if you want to be on the decentralized side of that, is you better start doing something right now. Because what happens when they later on and you want to get into the decentralized system, but you have a CBDC, well, if they don't want you buying Bitcoin, they don't want you buying this, you can't buy it. You're stuck. They control you. They control your money. Remember in the news when the protest was going on in Canada, you had all those truck drivers. They went on strike, and they were effective, very effective. And so guess what? The Canadian government did. They froze their accounts, and if you sent them money, that got froze too. That's the power that they have. And with a CBDC, not only can they do that, they can do way more than that. So this is what started opening up the eyes to people in America about a CBDC. You see, in America, people think probably a little differently because we are about freedom. We love our freedom over here in America. That's one thing we do love is our freedom. I love my freedom. I mean, that's what we know. We're not, well, I mean, we were born into it. So that's just what we know. And some people hearing this and, well, we're free too. But look, America has, our Constitution is different from everywhere else. That's one thing that I know for sure. So you have to make sure that you put everything in perspective when you're looking at things. That's key. But I will tell you this. We are getting ready to enter a completely different world, folks. And AI and blockchain technology is the future. So those are the two things that you should be learning. You need to learn blockchain because crypto rides on blockchain. You have so many other different aspects that we can get into blockchain. Blockchain is gonna give us fair voting. It can help in our shipping, making things more transparent, making things more secure. I mean, there's so many different aspects. But I mean, in the medical field, you can. I mean, there's so many different things that blockchain technology is going to enhance. And then when you throw in the power of AI on top of that, oh my God. Yeah, that's where we're going, folks. So it all depends on which side are you going to be on. Are you going to be on the decentralized free side, or are you going to be on the centralized control side? That's what I see happening. I mean, it's the writing is on the wall. So with that, you need to find people that are telling you stuff like this so that you are going to be able to make informed decisions on things with your life. But going back to what I was mentioning about what I was seeing over in Africa. In Africa, I'm seeing some incredible things over there. I'm seeing a lot of liberation. I see the French. They have pretty much gotten kicked out of Africa after. I mean, this is the kind of things that I'm talking about. Africa has been taken advantage of for a long time, for decades. It is ridiculous. They go in there, I mean, and it's so rich with resources and everything. And guess what? All of that, those riches that are coming up out of the soil that belongs to the people of Africa, to people that look like me. It belongs to them. But they went in there, unearthed it, and enriched, and the riches went everywhere else. Everywhere else. It didn't go back to them. But that's changing now. And I'm so proud to see it. So proud to see it. Africa's getting ready to rise. I've always been a person to think differently. And I never could understand that. Because I was when I was younger, I was ignorant to the world and how it all worked. And I used to look at it and I'd just be like, man, I mean, if the continent of Africa was like unified, they would be the greatest power on the planet. There's nobody that could be greater than them because they have so much resource. The rest of the world would be dependent on them for that stuff. But the rest of the world knew that, and that's why they did what they did. They took advantage of them, but no more. They are standing up, and I love it. In fact, it's so beautiful. I mean, I'm looking at ways of seeing how I can maybe try to contribute in some kind of way to what they're doing over there, because I'm blown away. I love what I'm seeing. I love the empowerment. That's what I love. I love empowering those that have been disenfranchised. They're so crypto. That's the other thing about crypto. Crypto is bringing the unbanked, the people who have been unbanked. They couldn't get bank accounts. It's allowing them now to finally empower themselves. So, folks, this is gonna be some interesting times. The future is looking bright. Well, I guess it all depends on who you are, whether the future is bright or not. But the future is bright. The developing world is on the rise, and we're getting ready to have a little rebalancing here going on, because a lot of the developing countries are going to be ramping up. This is why I'm glad to see what I'm seeing, like over there in Burkina Faso. That man is doing great things over there. Traore is. I mean, he is doing. Oh my God. Whew. It is a breath of fresh air to see that. But they were calling him a dictator, or it's like trying to say that he was. They were trying to label him as being something opposite to what the man really is. He is. Wow, it is. I mean, I'm really kind of speechless. I mean, on what I'm seeing going on over there, and then it's translating. It's transferring over. I see Senegal stepping up, doing it. I mean, Mali, all of those sub-Saharan countries over there. They are, man. They're doing their thing. I see good things happening over there in Ghana. Ghana is doing big things. It's refreshing. It's refreshing. Ghana is going to be a powerhouse in the future. I see. They are developing, and they are developing quick, and they are being smart about it too. So I love it. Keep it up. Keep doing it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, and it's about time that black people in the world are getting. We're gonna rebalance this whole thing, because this is ridiculous what's been going on. I mean, I couldn't even imagine what it would be like for people back when things were segregated and all of this other kind of stuff, and you're sitting over there and you got some ignorant ass person in your face talking dumb stuff, and you know that you're smarter than him. You know that you actually could probably run circles around him if you were given the opportunity, but you have to sit over there and suffer this ignorant ass person. That's some rough stuff, but that just goes to show you the resolve of the people that did that. The resolve of them. That's what really should be scaring the shit out of people. Some strong people. Can't hold them down. And they on the rise. Coming back. It's happening. I see it happening all. I'm here to tell you. We getting ready to rebalance this stuff. And I believe what I think, this is my opinion of what I think. I think it's just pretty much two sides of a coin. As I said, the centralized versus decentralized, which is freedom versus tyranny. And this reset was going to happen one way or the other. It all depends on which way it was going to go. I still say we're going to have both. But my thing is this: you see how if America would have went with the CBDC thing, and if America would so America goes, so the rest of the world freaking goes. So let me just tell you, if America would have did that, it was game over with. I mean, I'm talking about global domination is done. Done deal. Done deal. That was what I was preparing for, the worst, that scenario. And thank God that did not happen. But I'm still thinking about all the other people who are going to be on that side of the fence. And if you need a guiding voice, I'm here. Keep listening to this channel, because I'm gonna be putting some stuff out there. I'm gonna lay it out there for you to know exactly what's going on. I'm tired of being silent. I've been doing that for a while. I was unsilent, but then I went silent because that was people wasn't ready for all that then, and it was a very lonely existence when you know a lot of stuff and you can't even really share it. When you do share it, people can only go so deep, and then they go, I don't want to hear no more. They can't handle it. It's refreshing now. A lot of people know. A lot of people do. So that's what we're going to do on this channel. The Blockchain Marine channel. Yes. I am a former U.S. Marine. So I bring that kind of clarity to things, that kind of that disciplined mindset that you have all the chaotic stuff, and I'm able to see through all of that and still focus on the task at hand. And that's key, folks. You have to be able to do that. I also I have a technical background, so I'm not just some fly by night person, whatever. I mean, I went to school for electronics engineering technology, so I mean I do have a very good background when it comes to the technology side of things. I have a little bit of a financial background. I used to have my Series 6 license. I used to be able to sell mutual funds and all of that stuff. Life, health, variable annuities license, mortgage broker's license. So I mean, I was doing that. When I was doing that, that was more for helping people get out of debt and things like that. So this now transitioning into crypto, this is a whole new system. And so I've been in the crypto space now for over 4 years. And this is going to be a very interesting journey. I'm looking forward to it. You don't have to do it alone. There are people out here that have a good grasp of what's happening and what's transpiring. So if you're wanting that clarity in the chaos, look no further, because I'm here and we are gonna do this. We're gonna go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you all next time on the Blockchain Marine Show. Go ahead on and like and subscribe, because we only just started. This is the very first video that I'm putting out here on this channel. So please like and subscribe. We got more coming. I love doing this stuff. I'm gonna look to start bringing getting some other people to come on this thing with me. This is just the very, very grassroots beginning of this whole thing. So I look forward to talking to you next time. And remember, if it is not your keys, it's not your coins. Keep that in mind, folks. That's another big part of it. It's a very basic but fundamental part of crypto. So when you leave your stuff on exchanges, yes, that's a point of vulnerability. Ugh. Anyway, Just remember that phrase: not your keys, not your coins. You don't have the keys to your wallet. That crypto, something can happen to it. Okay. Now, I wish you all farewell.